In this era of constant connectivity, it's easy to forget the simple joy of sitting down next to a friend, playing a game, and getting really angry with each other. Sometimes this is because you keep killing one another. Other times it's because your partner can't follow simple instructions. We'll be looking at both types in this video as we round up the 10 best multiplayer games you can play sat next to your buddies. If the closest thing you get to cooking is hitting the reheat option on your microwave, never fear, Overcooked doesn't expect any prior knowledge before you delve into its culinary delights. If somehow you've been living under a kitchen table, the premise is simple. You and your friends take control of a motley crew of chefs, and in order to save the world from a giant meatball, you have to practice your cooking techniques. Yes, it completely makes sense. What's wrong with you? Whether you're building burgers or boiling up vats of mushroom soup, communication is as essential as washing your hands after touching raw meat. It's impossible to play Overcooked alone, and everyone needs to work together to make sure that everything is chopped, boiled, fried, and then plated up on time. And yes, dishes are as much of an issue here as they are in real life, and things will probably get a little heated. Couch multiplayer games are fun, right? The kind of fun where you can trip, shoot, grapple and explode your very best friends. Fun. Okay, that doesn't sound like any fun at all, but Speedrunners gets the balance exactly right between rigorous competition and slapstick violence. Yes, you'll lose repeatedly, and yes, you'll curse every box you stumble over, but all the pain goes away when you hit a perfectly timed swing or win an incredibly close game. It also helps that Speedrunners is such a simple, immediate concept. 4 players run around a trap-filled maze as the screen shrinks around them, so the game becomes a test of memory as well as reactions. And while it's entirely possible to play the game online, it doesn't compare to crowding around a screen with 4 of your besties and being able to punch them in the knees when they beat you. No, I'm fine. Honestly, let's move on. It's the simple things in life that are the best. Your hand poised on the trigger as you gaze at a screen of walking NPCs, knowing that your target, friend is amongst them, collecting coins and pretending to blend in. Hidden in plain sight, a collection of games just like this one, yes, there's even a battle royale mode, is all about patience and killing your friends, and it's wonderful. Armed with a limited number of bullets and knowing that the person sat next to you is just wandering the screen unhindered is perfect couch gaming. There's no online options here. You need to feel that the person next to you is constantly evading your sights, skipping across the screen unhindered. Imagining you're Hitman and just waiting for them to make a wrong move is seriously exhilarating, or deeply frustrating when they inevitably don't. What could be more fun than being abused by a psychotic AI? Being abused by a psychotic AI with a friend, of course. Portal 2 isn't just one of the best games of all time, period, don't at me, but it also happens to contain one of the best split-screen co-op multiplayer experiences too. It just doesn't seem fair in other games, does it? Well, never mind. Instead, meet Atlas and Peabody, 2 of the most charming robots ever to have graced the inside of Aperture Science. Sorry, Wheatley, they don't go a bit wrong like you.
I'm sorry.
However, of course GLaDOS hates them, and thus, by association, you. If you thought portaling with 2 portals was fun, 4 portals is suddenly the perfect number for solving increasingly complex puzzles. Whether you're pushing buttons and catching items mid-air in perfect synchronicity, or working together to achieve terminal velocity, steady, the delights of Portal 2's couch co-op are scientifically proven. Yes, I'm making a note here.
You don't know anything. You'll be perfect.
Of course there's a LEGO game on this list. It's important to note that by including LEGO Marvel Superheroes, we aren't dismissing other LEGO games, but we had to pick one, and Tony Stark & Co. have the edge here. This is a series that thrives on individual powers and abilities, meaning that the Marvel universe fits about as well as a glove covered in Infinity Stones. Too soon? Too soon. Co-op play is so effortless here. 1 minute you can be Spider-Man, lone swinging across an open world Manhattan, the next you and a pal can be Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, from the same sofa, lasering bricks to dust and smashing them to smithereens respectively. Everything about LEGO Marvel Superheroes is pure, unadulterated fun, and getting to do it with a friend is even better. Oh, and did I mention it's good for rage? There's a reason that this is a couch multiplayer list rather than couch co-op, and it's so that we can include titles like Towerfall. Now, granted, Towerfall does have a compelling co-op mode, one which will keep you entertained for hours, offering a stern, replayable challenge which makes the most of the game's brilliant, twitchy physics. But Towerfall truly shines as a competitive game, offering swift, brutal pockets of action in matches that can last minutes or indeed seconds. Matches can be thoughtful and tactical affairs full of dodging, hiding and snatched arrows, or they can be frantic murder fests full of rapidly sprayed projectiles and reckless jumps. And like all the best couch multiplayer games, it's the right kind of annoying. Get beaten by your opponent and you just want to dive straight back in so you can snatch the crown from their stupid head. Don't let the title put you off. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime is potentially one of the most compelling couch multiplayers in years. The only thing truly dangerous here is how cute you'll find the bunnies that you're rescuing and just how long you'll spend playing. The idea is simple. Just like Overcooked, you need to communicate, yes, even if that just means screaming the word shield over and over, and work with your sofa buddies to control a spherical spaceship trying to restore love to the galaxy. Like a more adorable Star Trek, you need to man different parts of the ship to succeed and take down the nefarious foes floating across the universe. If there's only 2 of you, you'll be running between weaponry, shields and engine duties, but add more crew and things get seriously manic. Wait, no, I mean painfully organised. Good luck. Worms is the sort of couch multiplayer game that makes and breaks friendships, where you're only ever one exploding sheep away from a legendary bust-up. And nowhere is this more apparent than in the ancient, brilliant Worms Armageddon. It was released all the way back in 1999, when couch multiplayer was really the only option you had for playing games with friends. The endless loop of total violence is as compelling now as it was then, which is why things haven't changed that much since. Team 17 still use Armageddon as a reference point for the physics, probably because they know it'll never be bettered. Gather around your monitor, give your invertebrate warriors silly names, and celebrate some delightful vintage warmongering. Just don't blame us if you all end up falling out.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Quiplash is a quick way of discovering just how dark the minds of your friends are. It's a sharp, simple party game by Jackbox, which can be played by anyone with a smartphone. You simply buy the game on Steam, log into the website and vote on each other's increasingly awful answers to a series of questions. It sounds simplistic, but it works because it teases all the worst responses out of people who are otherwise well behaved. It's also the sort of game that non-gamer parents and friends will understand, because, you know, it's just writing. Throw in the fact that an audience can spectate and vote on the answers, and you have one potentially massive party game. We're going to need a bigger couch. Surely the eternal panic of Don't Starve is halved when you have a friend join you in Clay's Stress 'em Up. Well, no, actually, it turns out that all it means is double the number of stomachs to keep happy and twice the mental pressure when those grabbing shadow hands reach in from the darkness around your pathetic campfire. Don't Starve Together is an ingenious standalone addition from Clay Entertainment that doesn't make surviving any easier, but it does make things significantly less lonely as you go hunting for craftables and, you know, try not to die. It's important to note though that this isn't just Don't Starve with 2-player tacked on. There are new modes, you can play competitively online if you like, and there's a stack of new items and recipes. It also makes a big difference having all the characters unlocked from the start, so you can make sure you have all the abilities that a good camp needs to survive. Or starve. That's up to you. So that's our favourite cosy couch multiplayer games. Do you have a favourite sofa sharing game we haven't mentioned? Let us know in the comments below. Drop us a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to Logitech G for more videos just like this one.